Okay, I promised a while ago I would make this video, and then I kind of forgot. Then I remembered, and I figured I mentioned it in the note that I mailed you, so I figured I should probably make it now. But anyway, so these are some cameras. This is my work area. It's a bit of a mess. I'm currently trying to repair that camera, but it's not working very well, and I've been doing it for like a month, so I'm gonna give up. But anyway, um so I looked into like what camera shops you have over there, and there doesn't seem to be too many. And I think that they're all probably digital stuff, so if you want to get into film, I'd say best bet's like just trying to find somebody that's trying to sell an old camera. But on the bright side, there's cameras like this, which this is my Ukrainian, it's the Kiev 60, and it's basically a knockoff of a different camera, but it was built in Ukraine, obviously, and there seem to be a lot of those around there. So you could probably find one of those for pretty cheap, and they work just as well. This is a medium format, so the roll is bigger, but you get less shots in it. So this does, I think, 12 shots, just about, versus something like these, which are 35 millimeter, and you can get rolls of 24, 36, whatever. This I just picked up a little bit ago. It's a standard Canon AE1. These are like really common. They're really good, I would say. A little complicated sometimes to use, and they break easily, but they're very popular. And it's a SLR, so you attach the lens on the front here, and I don't have a lens nearby, but anyway, you attach the lens on the front, and then as you see, there's a mirror, so you're looking through the viewfinder, and then that looks down through the mirror through the lens. SLR stands for single lens refraction, so basically what you see through the viewfinder is what you take a picture of. Battery goes in the front in this little door here. Have all the shutter speed controls there, on off switch there. And then this is something a little more basic, a little cheaper. This is just like a little point and shoot. This one's kind of big. I have a smaller one around here somewhere, but this is very basic construction. You basically just, these are like plastic, they're very cheap, and they're lightweight. So you put the roll of film in there, close it up, and then you just take pictures, basically. You don't have to attach a lens. The lens is there. Turn it on. This one you can zoom in and out, which is pretty fun. It's like straight out of the 80s, so it's pretty great. But they have a bunch of different ones. Point and shoots are great. They're very, very cheap normally. But the issue with them is like the electronics are old, so sometimes they'll be faulty. So keep that in mind. I prefer something like this, an SLR. I let my friend borrow my favorite one. It's a Pentax K1000. In my opinion, it's the best. It's very mechanical, and very few issues happen with those. But he's got it right now, so I can't give you an example of it. But I also have something like this, and this is a it's called a rangefinder. And that's because you look through the viewfinder here and out here, and then you've got the lens component here. So you don't actually see what's through the lens. You use this little like focusing window to get accurate focus. Very compact size. And there are a bunch of, this one in particular, I should say, has the lens attached, but there's a bunch that have, you can like put a different lens on. Those are pretty popular. Something like a Leica, but there was I'm trying to think what it was when the Soviet Union like started taking over Nazi Germany, you know, way back in the 40s and shit. There's a little history lesson. They took over the Leica factory, and they basically took a bunch of like the schematics and stuff for the Leicas. And then they started rebranding their own Leicas, and so there's those out there, and that's kind of your part of the world, so they might be a little cheaper. I had a Zorka 4K, and that's what it was called. It was a little rangefinder thing, but I ended up selling it because I'm not going to ever use it. But something like a Canonette like this is great because it's very like just easy to use. The lens is there, it's all integrated, and it's mostly mechanical. There's a light meter function, but that's pretty much it. There's also, so that's the 28 there. And then if we go over to my closet of nightmares, we got the QL17. This is like the very popular one. This will be like much more expensive than the other one. I got the other one for like 25 bucks, and I got this one for 20 bucks too, but these will probably sell for like 150 or something. That's American dollars, so I don't know what the comparative is there. So yeah, there's that. This is my go-to camera. It's a Pentax ME Super. It's like very compact. I have kind of large hands, but it still fits very well in the hands, and it travels really easily. It's very lightweight, and it's good construction. Let's see, I've got, very sorry about the mess here. Here's another point and shoot. This one is weatherproof, so that's kind of helpful at times. But these ones, I had one and like the chip broke on it, so it just stopped working in the middle of a roll. So that's why I'm like kind of moving away from point and shoots, just because they're really not worth trying to repair. I got this one, which is completely waterproof, so you can go swimming with it, and I think that's kind of cool. But again, it's just you don't know what you're gonna get. Here's my other medium format. Something like this too is great. This is I'm very sorry about the mess. This is a TLR, so twin lens reflex. So you look through the viewfinder here, look through that lens, and then you take the picture through that lens. That's pretty neat to me. You get really sharp images, and with medium format too, like the image size is so much bigger. I have negatives. Again, excuse the mess, please. Okay, so these are 35 millimeter negatives, and then this is a medium format negative. So it's about, whatever, double the size just about of a 35 millimeter, but you also get less shots. So it's more expensive, and I think getting into photography, if that's something you want to do, I would recommend trying to find something kind of cheap like this. See if you like it, and if you don't, you've not spent too much money. But then also I would probably, if it was me, well, the first camera I got was this one, just because I thought that it'd be a good way for me to figure out photography and see if that will help with like filmmaking stuff. But then I got the Pentax Scan 1000 from my dad, and then I started using that. I prefer that greatly to medium format, only because it's just cheaper to shoot. So personally, if I were you, I would try and find something kind of cheap in the SLR range that'll last you a little bit, see if you like it, and that way you don't have to keep buying point and shoots that might go out or might not work. And then if you're feeling like you really enjoy it or whatever, then maybe go to a medium format, see if you like that. Anyway, I hope this helps, and I will keep looking at different cameras and stuff in Ukraine, so I can give you like more pointed tips and whatnot. And then if you have any questions, or if you end up getting a camera, I'd be more than happy to like help you use it and all that stuff. So yeah, that is all. I hope that this is helpful, and yeah, all right, bye.